Well, what inspired me is that I like playing video games, so I thought about what if I could make a game on the Microbit. I thought about rock, paper, scissors, a very simple game, so I decided to make that.
So I'm curious to know, why did you choose this game for your project?
It was a very simple game, and it was also a really fun game. You can do basically anything with it. You can play anywhere and whatever time.
Very cool. And what happens when you shake the microbit?
When you shake the microbit will choose random numbers from 1 to 3 to choose if it's rock, paper, or scissors.
Which part of the coding process was the most challenging?
The most challenging would probably be when I had to import the random modules.
What was your reaction when the game worked for the first time?
I was really excited. I couldn't help myself.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Moonpreneur podcast. Today, we have a young coder who loves soccer, reading, traveling, and playing video games. He combined his interest in games with coding to create a fun rock, paper, scissors game on the Microbit. So let's welcome our talented guest, Jomi, who will share the story behind his project, the coding concepts he used, and what he learned during the process. So welcome to the podcast, Jomi. Can you please start by introducing yourself and tell us a little about your hobbies?
My name is Jomi. I like playing soccer, reading, and playing video games with my siblings.
Lovely. Thanks for sharing, Jomi. Now tell us, what inspired you to create a rock, paper, scissors game?
Well, what inspired me is that I like playing video games, so I thought about what if I could make a game on the Microbit. I thought about rock, paper, scissors, a very simple game, so I decided to make that.
So I'm curious to know, why did you choose this game for your project?
It was a very simple game, and it was also a really fun game. You can do basically anything with it. You can play anywhere and whatever time.
Yes, and that's a great choice, I would say. So explain to us, how does your rock, paper, scissors game work?
It works by using the import random code and shaking the code that helps shake the microbit and random numbers to help choose rock, paper, or scissors.
Very cool. And what happens when you shake the microbit?
When you shake the microbit will choose random numbers from 1 to 3 to choose if it's rock, paper, or scissors.
That sounds exciting. But how does it decide whether to show rock, paper, or scissors?
Well, at the beginning of the code, I had to import a random module so then it could decide if it's 1, 2, or 3.
Nice explanation. And while coding, which part of the coding process was the most challenging?
The most challenging would probably be when I had to import the random modules.
That can be tricky. And on the fun side, which part of the project was the most fun to build?
It was probably when I had to do the rock, paper, scissors part.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that sounds awesome. And before it was ready, how many times did you test your game before it worked correctly?
Well, I had to test it 3 to 4 times.
That's some great testing. And when it finally worked, what was your reaction when the game worked for the first time?
I was really excited. I couldn't help myself. I told everyone around my house.
Yeah, and that must have felt amazing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and after testing, did you make any changes or improvements after testing?
I'm thinking of some things to make the code more solid and there's no glitches into it. I'm still thinking of something to add.
Great. So when there was no change needed, so it was already perfect, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And from this experience, what did you learn while creating this project?
I learned that while you're making a code for the microbit, you always need to preserve and have patience.
Yeah, that's a wonderful takeaway. And if you could add more, like if you could add another feature to the game, what it would be?
I would try adding the ratios so that you can play with other people. I'd also like add something so you can choose your own choices for the game. And yeah,
Hmm, that would be really cool. And like for other students, what advice would you give to other students like who want to create a game on the Microbit?
I just tell them to take your time and don't rush yourself.
That's a fantastic advice, really, Jomi. And finally, like what kind of coding project would you like to build next?
I'm still thinking of that one.
Mm-hmm.
You know
Okay.
what?
Yeah, we can't wait to see what you create next, really. Okay, now this is time to call your parents. Hello, welcome to the podcast, Jomi's mom. And we just have this one question to ask you. We would like to
Okay.
know that what is your role and contribution to Jomi's project, and how do you feel about it?
Okay, so I would say Jomi is one child who is like self-sufficient, but he always like tell us what the project is, and then we just encourage him. You can do it. You don't have to rush yourself. Just follow the steps, and then you would make it happen. So it's always been like, okay, just go for it. Believe in yourself. We are here to support you. And when he did the rock paper scissors game, he was actually very excited, and we were so proud of him.
Yeah, and that's wonderful, and it's really lovely to see such great support behind his work. So sorry,
Yeah.
and it's you know it's awesome to see parents supporting kids for all these projects they're coming up with. And thank you so much for sharing your experience.
Thank you.
All right. So, Jomi, thank you so much for joining us today and sharing your amazing rock, paper, scissor project with us. And it was wonderful to learn how you used coding, random numbers, and the Microbits feature to turn a classic game into an interactive digital experience. And your creativity, problem-solving skills, and enthusiasm for learning are truly inspiring. You're excited to see what projects you build in the future and how your coding journey continues to grow.
Thank you really much. I really appreciate being here.